Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. Is this my phone making some noise? I just got this new phone and I don't even know what that's coming from. How do we do that? I don't trust none of this stuff, man. I'm about to be like the old tinfoil hat. Like, see, they made me update my phone. See, now they monitor me. But what's going on, fellas? It was a great game for the Eagles again. I ain't gonna say it wasn't great in that we handled bad, but it was great just because you've seen a little bit of everything. This like the second straight week is some great, outstanding play by the special teams that happened. I'm not concerned. Are you concerned at all about the offense? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to start it off. I've gotten to the point now where I don't worry when I watch the Eagles. Like even if like last week or anything, like if I feel like they're the better team and that for the most part they're going to win. That's excuse me. Hopefully the players don't feel overconfident like that, but that's how I feel when I watch them. I just feel like, especially now when we see the special teams, I just feel like the Eagles going to find a way to win. You know, so. But what's your concern with the offense, though, Tim?
Because I know we were joking around last week saying that Jalen was calling all the plays and everything. He was doing everything, but I'm concerned because like there should never be a day where AJ Brown keeps having these games where he's just not catching passes or there's no plays that are scripted specifically for him. He should have like at least 7 to 10 targets a game. And not just Jalen trying to force it to him, but like actually easy completions that you know is going to he's going to get that catch. He's going to catch the ball, and I just don't see that. I see that Jalen and him trying to create something on the fly, and not something scripted. That like this is a money shot directly for AJ. That concerns me a little bit, especially like. I'm not sure we play Tampa again in these same conditions that we actually win this game. Because Tampa, like, say what you want about Baker Mayfield, I've always been a fan of him, of his. He's a hooper. He is a baller. He'll get in there. He plays a really good brand of football where the play's never over.
But he don't win.
But
he don't win.
He's a good player.
No, he is. I don't know if. All right, so when you saying that, who do you blame that on? Though, are you putting that on the coaching staff, or are you putting that on the players, or what? Because if they're saying that they still got the same plays, they still run same plays that they got that last year's, not from this coordinator. So if it's about if you're saying the quarterback and the wide receiver is going off script and everything else, well, why don't they just run the plays that they ran last year that worked?
Yeah, you remember last year it was all about Saquon Barkley. It really wasn't about the receivers. That's what I'm talking about. There has to be a point where we have to find a way to make it easy. Because remember, 2 years ago, AJ Brown had all them 100-yard games. Like he had like 7 or 8 in a row. They have success. My thing is, are we calling the right plays? Are we doing the things the right way? Because I'm not at ease at all. Because
so who are you putting it on? So who are you putting this on? Then?
I don't.
Ziggy made a good point. He said, we got to stop making it about AJ. You know, as soon as we start making it about him, then we start struggling.
Last week when we made it about AJ, we won and we was able to come back victor. So, and I'm not even saying making it about AJ. It's a lot of factors. For starters, that offensive line is just not playing well right now. Say what you want. I mean, we came with victory.
What you mean for the running game and stuff?
The running and passing game, the offensive line is not playing. I mean, look at
has Jalen been sacked a lot?
Jalen can get out. Jalen got.
Yeah, you can't say they haven't been doing a decent job passing if they're not giving up a bunch of.
You can if Jalen doing Houdini's tricks, you can, and especially
he ain't doing all that many Houdini tricks up out of there to get out of there, man. Stop.
Even if
now the running game is suffering. The running game is definitely
suffering. You saw what Saquon did last year. He broke all the records. He's averaging less than half of what he did last year because the running game has been affected because of the offensive line. They're not playing well. You can clearly see they're not playing well right now. So that's what we got to fix. I mean, everybody keep talking about what's the boy name, Just Stoutland, his academy. We need to do something. And then you got AJ, then you got the offense. Like the first, if you want to look at the first half was beautiful. First half, special teams came out, put us up. We was chilling. They had like the shovel pass. We ain't had that in the playbook in a long time. That made me think of Andy Reid when he was here. So the first half,
we wasn't really relying on the offense though. The defense was balling. I mean, and thankfully they held to a whole bunch of field goals. But
yeah, I do think Ryan said Dickinson will get his lunch taken. I still think he's still not healthy. And I think Cam Jurgens, he had back surgery in the offseason, and he's not playing well. And Tyler Steen, I don't even know why he's even on the team. To me, I don't see his value. And I thought Pryor was going to get cut last week after last week's game.
Ain't nothing happened, Tree Frog. We won, but you know it wasn't. It was ugly. So and it does look like it's some things that need to be worked on. Is this team? But we still 4-0, and we're beating the teams that's supposed to be the ones that give us this competition. The Rams were supposed to be the ones that get. Then we going to Tampa. Oh, Tampa got our number. Tampa do it, and we handling business and beating these teams, even with the whatever execution problems that we're having. Which I have trust in this organization that they will straighten it out. What it is, they do it every year, for the most part. But I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled. I can't get. But you're right. We do got to look at this stuff because this stuff will make a difference. But I just feel like I kind of feel like the Eagles turned it on when they got turned it on, and that could be a horrible thing. But I feel like that's how I feel watching them.
See, I can't think that. I'm looking at the big picture, and like Tampa Bay, I don't want to see them no more. Because the crazy thing is, Jalen, if you saw the first half, he looked like he had everything for the blitz, like everything that was thrown at him top Bose. He was picking it apart. He was picking it up like, okay, I see where you coming, and he played very well. But there was a second half shift that I didn't like at all, and I don't know if I'm gonna put it on Jalen, the offensive line, or the offensive coordinator. I mean, maybe all three of them have something to put some blame on all three of them. But the second half,
the coordinator going to have to catch the bulk of it though, because he's the new piece. Everything else is still the same, pretty much.
And I agree with you, and because I push back like the Detroit Pistons, not the Pistons, but the Lions. They got a new offensive coordinator this year too, and their offense is still humming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it doesn't necessarily mean just because you get a new coordinator doesn't mean that your whole offense needs to fall apart, unless you have an inexperienced coordinator who never called plays ever in his life decide to get a promotion.
You mean like Andy Reid did when he came in and became a head coach?
He ain't Andy Reid.
How do you know? Hey, listen, I'm not saying that the boy doing all that.
So you said
I'm just saying, because we felt the same. We felt the same way about Andy Reid when we first came in. He just don't do the revisionist history.
Everybody knows
that's the main thing everybody was talking about. They was mad that Andy Reid came in and get a dissertation about the long snap and that's how he got the job and all that other stuff.
But Andy Reid came into Jeff Lurie's office for the interview with a big old binder. He had a binder this big, had plays that he drew up, and everybody knew. He was like, okay, based off, he came prepared. For too long, he's been in the league for 16 years.
No, I'm just saying because Tim was saying about the offensive coordinator for him to come in here and get this assignment and never called a play before in his life. And I was just saying, well, we did the same thing with Andy Reid at a head coach level. So it does happen sometimes. You bring a guy in without that kind of experience, and they get that experience.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying you're doing a good job though.
I mean, it was a spark when we started, and we ended with garbage. I actually think Hurts might have been a little concussed on that play. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know if Tim brought that up. First of all, shout out to everybody. What's up, fellas? Everybody in the chat. That play rocked Hurts a little bit. Like it was the play when he got the penalty picked up. The one when he went to slide and boy hit him with the shoulder and he kind of slammed down to the ground.
They picked up the flag.
That shot was a little dirty to me. Because you knew he was sliding. That I don't know who the player was. He still tried to inflict a little extra pain on Hurts on that play, but it was a clean play, but I think it was a little dirty intent, is what I want to say. That legally the play was within the rules, and I'm glad they picked the flag up. But Hurts' head hit that ground pretty hard, and it took him a minute to get up, and when he got up, he got a little woozy at first. One of the offensive linemen grabbed him and kind of, I think kind of asked him, was he cool? I'm surprised no referee went to Hurts and said, yo, are you good? I was actually shocked about that. Hurts, in my opinion, should have been an attempt in that third down conversion because I think we ended up running the ball. I don't even think he threw it. I think he ended up handing the ball off anyway.
We had like 9 straight running plays.
Yeah.
They kept him in the game off after that. That's kind of suspect.
I think they should.
No, Jalen wasn't going to let them take him out that game.
No, it ain't about Jalen. They take your helmet and they take you to the tent and evaluate you. I thought that was league protocol when you got a play that a player looks a little woozy like they did Tua or like didn't do Tua. I thought they was kind of cracking down on plays like that and would kind of force you to at least to get the evaluation, which they never did. I was kind of shocked about that. But
that's true.
All that being said, the offense, I don't think Jalen completed a pass the whole fourth quarter. Like I think he went the whole fourth quarter out without one completion. I got to check the stats to be sure, but
because I don't just going passes to AJ, like they was just flying all over the place. I'm like, he was so accurate in the first half. Remember, he only had one incompletion in the first half, and then he had like 6 straight in the second half.
Yeah, Tampa started. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that might have been it.
I mean, they started jumping down a little bit. I think what you got to do, I don't. As a couple plays, I did see Hurts miss when he could on that short third down when he tried to go to AJ. I think he had what's the boy named Dotson. I think it was Dotson or Calcaterra, somebody in the middle. Might have even been Goddard, but it looked like Dotson for some reason. I think he had him kind of streaking across the middle. I do think he started trying to force it to AJ a little bit. Maybe him and AJ had a conversation on the sideline, or AJ picked up his book, and when he started reading, it's time to give him the rock. So something happened that made him kind of overly start going to AJ because he went to AJ like 3 straight plays and it wasn't there. But to me, it was annoying because every play was the same. It was 3 straight comeback routes. Like what are we doing? Like. And one was a good play by the defense because actually, remember the play when he threw it and it looked like he threw it in a double coverage? I think it was like a second or third down. What happened was the D-back was supposed to you assumed he was going to float with Dotson. Dotson, like he ran some kind of wheel route or something. And the D-back, as soon as he acted like he stepped over to Dotson, he turned back around, the other D-back. That's why it looked like it was 2 people converging on AJ because I think he felt in his heart of heart, Jalen was going to go to AJ, and he did. And that's why the play ended up looking like that. Boy almost got a pick. But I think Hurts was kind of forced it to AJ at one point, which I'm not mad. He's your best player. But I like different routes. Like that comeback route to me is just getting too textbook for AJ, and D-backs is going to start jumping over that. But it was a good game. I'm glad we won. I don't want to complain too much about what happened. It was a solid overall performance, but the second half was like our first half against the Rams. It just wasn't. It wasn't.
Do you think that he played anything into it? I think the defense looked like they were exhausted during the end because the defense actually was balling pretty good. Like, Cooper DeJean was all over the place.
Defense had an up and down game. They had
but early on the defense was up. I feel like they started getting wore down. I think did what's his name ever come back in the game?
Who's that?
Davis didn't. What's his name? Our tackle got hurt. Did he ever come back in the game? I know he was out for at least a series or so.
Yeah, my bad.
Jalen Carter?
Yeah, Carter. Did he come back? He came back in the game.
Y'all got me? Y'all, I'm back.
Yeah, we hear you.
Cooper and Quayon balled out. If I had to get a game ball, I'm probably giving it to either one of them two. They had a spectacular game. Them 2 dudes bought out. They barely missed the tackle. Quinyon, in my opinion, and I guess they was passing a lot, but they had too many tackles. Like that running back was getting second level. I think at one point Quinyon had like 7-8 tackles. Like that's a lot for a cornerback to have that many tackles in a game.
Wait, he only had 4 tackles this game.
It might have been Cooper. Was it Cooper DeJean? One of them boys had a lot of tackles.
Yeah, Cooper had 8. Cooper finished with 8.
It was all right. They had a lot of tackles. So it was
Ringo played well too.
What you say?
X-Men said Ringo played good. I thought he played
Ringo,
well.
and Bond been the most consistent player we've had all year. Like on, I think on both sides of the ball.
Bond had a couple huge plays. I mean, Bond he been that bull. Like he the real deal. He the real deal. But
yeah,
I mean, Tampa. Go ahead,
they sent me the stats for Landon Dickerson today. He allowed 5 quarterback pressures, allowed 1 sack, allowed he had like a 36 PFF grade. So as I said, the offensive line stinks right now. And it's like you sacrificing. I know we couldn't sign everybody, but man, probably that Mekhi Becton not signing him was probably huge. That might have been a look that because I think Saquon is suffering big time because we're not having him on the field right now. Saquon look dying like.
Nah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean your offensive line is everything. Some of the scheming too, to me, I don't like. We had the fullback in there a couple times. We never ran behind him. I didn't understand. Toward the end of the game, we brought the fullback in, and he was lined up kind of to the left of Saquon, and he kept going right. I'm like, why aren't you kind of using your fullback as a lead block? I know it was a little bit of misdirection. You try to kind of catch the defense slipping a little bit, but I'm like, at sometimes just run behind your fullback and keep your ball in there and run behind him. But the play of the game, the call of the game to me, I like the fake touch, but I don't know if y'all talk about the fake brotherly shove.
Oh
John.
yeah.
That play was classic, bro. I really like that play that they faked that joint. And it wasn't nobody in that building who thought they wasn't going to try to shut that joint down Tampa throat. And they flicked it to Saquon, and Saquon got busy for an easy touchdown. But that play right there now will set precedent going forward that you can't just jam everybody in there and think that's how you're going to try to stop it. You got to look out now for somebody coming around on the sweep tip. So I thought that was nice.
I'm surprised they hadn't been. I think we all knew that eventually at some point in time they was going to run something out of it, and then sooner or later they're going to run a pass out of it too, because you got so many people on edge with it. They
did. I think did they try to do that last year? I think they ran a pass or something out of it before. I think last year we did it like a fake one time. Yeah, I can't remember.
I guess they know Tampa goes all out. Tampa goes all out to try to stop it. So
they had that 400-pound dude they signed this week. He had him in the game too. The big boy, he was huge.
Yep.
In the middle.
You knew he was outside.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. That's all he was going to do was try to play inside, and it was perfect. It was perfect timing. It was a good play. We only got to try it really that one time, but it was nice. I like that play.
So what's your lead? What's the front page lead for this game?
Eagles beat the Heat. Because that game was. I've played in some pretty hot games. I've never played football on a temperature in a day when the temperature was 100 and something degrees. That's insane. Like that, and it's sunny. Like the sun is big. It ain't like
you crazy. We done ran ball like that for some reason, but football, you ain't never think about.
I don't play ball. I don't play ball on some hot days, but football is a different type of animal because you run it full speed every play. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different type of exhaustion in the heat and a different type of energy you putting out. So that heat gets you. I know they got, they had screens they was holding up for the players, and they had water and ice. They said frozen tile they're putting on bulls' necks and all that. So that helped, but that heat is crazy. That heat was
crazy.
And I think that was some of the reason why you seen us wear down that second half. I do think that heat played on the offense.
I agree with that. And they say did they watch any of the games, the first 2 games of the year? Quinyon is traveling. They was like, he been traveling since game 1. After we realized that our other corner couldn't cover nobody, Quinyon has been traveling with the best wide receiver the last 3 years. They were like, Fangio switched up. I'm like, y'all must not watch any film of us. Y'all just said, okay, we just gonna call the game.
He said that. I didn't hear him say that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a disservice to them boys. They can't. I mean, they try their best, I guess, during the week to try to get the talking points that they're going to talk about. But they locked in every week on a certain team, so it's hard for them to really. I mean,
that's why you got researchers. That's why you got producers. They gotta cut the tape up for you. So okay, you playing this team right here. This is what they did the last 4 weeks, last 3 weeks. I think and Tom Brady
Yeah, but it's still only been so much you're gonna remember. Like somebody might better whisper in your ear after you say something, but for the most part, I mean that's one of the small nuances you probably may miss. That Quinion's been traveling with that receiver. We did catch a break with Mike Evans.
No, they mentioned something about that in the broadcast.
Tim said they said that he just started doing it this game or something. I didn't hear him say that.
Okay,
yeah,
I did hear him. I heard him talk about him, Trey.
But that's like a cricket. Somebody got a cricket in a mic or something. Is it?
Yeah,
it's near the side door, right outside his backyard, so he got the door open.
The cricket ain't got nothing to do with that feedback we keep getting from this car thing.
Oh, y'all getting feedback from my drone? Oh, my bad. This ain't my normal studio production. My daughter, I'm about to put on camera, had me pick her up. She was going to get her hair did. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not complaining. I cannot complain about a win, especially a win in the heat and on the road. It looked like we was about to pull away from that game for a minute. Tampa, you know what I mean, they fought back, got it close. I think they did have a little assistance from the refs. I will say that. The refs definitely did get them a little shot in the arm on some plays to get them back in some good field position.
Now, hold on. We got Tampa fans in here complaining about the fumble that they like they got robbed of.
It was too close. No, listen, it was too close to say it wasn't. That play was very close. Bull got hold onto the ball. That play was extremely. It could have went either way. Eagle fans would have been saying we got robbed if we didn't get it.
Man, those refs cheated so bad in this game. I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to feel like or sound like a sore loser. But since you brought the topic up, the referees, they did everything they could to put Tampa back in this game. They walked them down. They called penalties. They did everything they could. It was ridiculous. I mean, truth be told, that's how they really got back in this game. They literally walked them down.
I mean, unless you can walk down and show me the specific plays, you can't just say because the other team walked it down or because some of them plays was Keon grabbed dude by the shirt numerous times because he was getting beat by that heat. He grabbed the ball a couple times. It wasn't bad calls. Those was the right calls to make. So you can't just say just because calls was going against us, the refs was out to get us. Sometimes
that call, that roughing the pass on Baker Mayfield was kind of whack. When they said the neck and head area, that John was they barely grazed, and that play was whack. I do agree with you. Some of them the pass interference on the ball. Who was that? The middle linebacker ball, not Bond, but the other ball when he came in, when he kind of grabbed the shirt going across the middle. It was right after I think the Baker Mayfield roughing the passer. They got like 2 calls back to back. But see, it's the only calls I really disagree with is some of these taunting penalties. They got to get rid of that rule because it's so much trash talking during the game.
Yep.
You could throw a penalty every single play. Like even when Ethan said that in the chat, like after the one ball, I think number 15, a wide receiver, I think it's rookie ball or something. He had a nice little run, a pass or something. And he jumped up and was screaming in everybody's face. And I'm like, hold on. So Cooper getting up and flexing or stepping over somebody on the ground, that's a penalty. All right, cool. But a wide receiver can then get up and scream in everybody's face and not get a penalty. So that to me, that taunting stuff, unless it's egregious, you gotta change that penalty. I don't like that at all. That joint is trash. It's trash.
I agree with you. I gotta give a shout out to the bull, Bucky Irvin.
He balled.
That ball is the truth.
He balling. Baker Mayfield played good too, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bull Bucky, first of all, how you want? He had remember he fumbled the ball, and then he had 2 70-yard touchdown passes. How do you do that in a game? Get 2 of them, and he got one on Jahad Campbell. He got one on CJDJ replacement. Should the Eagles at this point? Should they be making a phone call? Or are you still staying with the young boys?
I'm making a phone call. I like Chauncey. I like Chauncey. I'll bring him back if I'm the Eagles. But I don't think they are, but I will bring him back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what was the real reason they let him go? You know what I'm saying?
He talk too much. It's his mouth. His mom got him kicked off the Saints. His mom got
Okay,
him.
so if it's not, that's what I'm saying. So if teams are seeing as that much of a problem where they'd rather cut their ties with him, I'm not opposed to bringing him in, but I'm going to again. This is where I'm going to trust the Eagles front office and the Eagles organization, where they make a lot of the right moves. So it's like if they choose to bring him back and give it a shot, I'm with that. But if they also choose to say, "Nah, it was too much of a headache," I
No,
can't be mad at it.
you can't. I don't trust. I never trust the management.
I mean, yeah. Listen, all right. For one, we should never let Isaiah Rodgers walk. Should never let that young boy walk. He over there in Minnesota, about to go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
He's
he
about to have a Hall
might
of
be
Fame
defensive player of the
season.
year right now.
He's having a Hall of Fame year. Like, if
Yeah.
they put you in the Hall of Fame for 1 year, he about to do it.
Yep.
But beside him, Wayne got to make a valid point. Like, I mean, I would like to hear the players' feelings about Chauncey. Like, what management is one thing, but did they release him or trade him rather because the players wanted him traded? Like, was he a little bit argumentative in the locker room, or caused a little bit of dissension between the coaching staff? Like, what did the players and the coaches really feel about him? I'm assuming the word may not have been that good, but at the
In 2
same
years we had
time,
him. We went to the Super Bowl twice with him.
I agree. That's what I said. At the same time, sometimes you need an outspoken personality. I just don't like sometimes when certain people speak out and they look at as soon as they speak out about how they feel or they passionate about what the defense should be doing, whatever the case might be, they looked at as more aggressive and temperamental and disagreeable and all these negative connotations you want to put behind it. That I don't like, and that's, I think Chauncey's getting a little bit of that rap. But then again, he could be just a bull who don't shut up. I don't know. That's what I would like to hear. I would like to hear from the players and some of the coaches who close to him and see what they really think about him. But I don't think we ever gonna find that out. Be honest with you, until he retires or something. Then he get on somebody's podcast and we'll hear about it about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, because it made me think about T.O. Because remember with T.O. and everybody was talking about how he was as a teammate, but the dudes that was here other than McNabb and Hugh who got into it with him, they was like, I mean, the boy cool though. Like I don't hear too many people saying that about CJ. Like no, that's my man. Like it's kind of disappointing. You don't hear like who do you hear complaining that he's gone?
And
That's a
another
good
thing,
point.
no. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. I was just saying, going back to that whole fake Tish Bush that we did. You notice how the Fox commentator they already had a segment already lined up where they was going to talk about the Tish Bush. They couldn't even talk about it because they never did it in the game. They had the balls coming in. We hate the Tish Bush. That was their whole. That's everything. I guess they created was a segment that they already had planned for us.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't applicable today, but that's what they wanted to run with. I thought that was kind of funny. But I did like that play call. I'm gonna just go back to that play call. I need to see that. Something like that again, because I think that contributes to but Hurts' head being scrambled to death. All them times you're getting hit. I know everybody can say it's so close up, but you still getting hit every time when you running that play. You still got the line coming, so I don't think it's a good idea for him to get his head scrambled every single week. So to me, running different optional plays is a good thing.
I mean, it's hard not to run it when it's the most guaranteed play in the history of football.
Yes, and he's going to be shooting up somebody in about 20 years.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? That's okay.
Okay, now we'll go blackout.
Yes, but it's a couple of plays. We're cool with that.
Your point is valid, but all I'm saying is it's hard not to run it when it's so guaranteed. Yeah, I mean, like it's so much on the line these games. Like I heard Tom Brady talking about the reason why he loved playing football so much. He said every game you pretty much got to put your all into it. It's not like basketball, baseball, hockey. You got almost 100 games. So one of the games you going is just not going to be your night, and you might not even put your all into. But when you playing 16, 17 NFL games, like every game you putting 100% into. So I say that to say, if you got an opportunity to get a first down and move the ball, like it's hard not to run that play. Like, you know what I mean? Because then if you run something different, right? Let's say you run the same play or fake your handoff and you pass it and it don't work, then everybody like, yo, just run the touch punch. It's so easy, 95% accuracy. What you doing? You stupid. You think
I
you're
get
overthinking
that.
the game. Then you all kind of morons because you overthinking the
And Tim would be the main one doing it.
No, I'm just saying.
It's hard.
When he can't count the 5, then we gonna be like, then what? Oh, we got a Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
When the bull like radio, when he like radio in like 5 years, then we got
exactly. Like, we won 2 Super Bowls. No.
I hear
Where
you.
my
I'm not saying you're putting out violent. I'm just making the
your counter. You just
I'm just telling you what the reality is. It's too easy not to. So when you
I
don't
know.
and you don't get it, like if you run something different, you better make it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling you, I think Eagles playing around, bro. They be out here testing and playing and that. Like they really know that they the much better than everybody else. I feel it. I feel that.
But you say
And
you think what?
I think they kind of coast through until it's like I think it's kind of like ho hum for them a little bit. Not saying it's because you can't be like that fully, but I don't think I don't think that they pressed none of that other type stuff. And then it's like now, even when they got a bad game or off game in some kind of way, they find a way to win. It's almost like you already know what's going to come up next, right? So get ready for it because y'all going to be having a whole bunch of arguments trying to be. Y'all going to be having a whole bunch of arguments trying to fight off the notion that now the refs are cheating for the Eagles because now we're going to become the new Chiefs. We're going to be the new Chiefs. They're going to be saying how they cheat and they cheating for this and the other.
No, see,
That.
the difference from us and the Chiefs is that the refs, the league, and everybody else want to see us lose. They want to see us lose. We not that like team. We the team that they want to see lose. Like we like the Mayweathers. We like Mayweather of the league right now. They hate the Eagles fans. They can't stand to see us happy. They can't stand to see us win. We are the Floyd Mayweathers of football right now. That's people tune in to watch the Eagles lose, and so do the refs. But we keep winning, baby. We keep winning, baby.
We 20-1. Think about that. We 21 and 18-0 in our last 18. When Jalen starts, we won 18 straight. That's
Can't stop us. Can't stop us.
But if you're a Jalen Hurts fan, you absolutely love the first half of the game. And if you're a Jalen Hurts hater, you absolutely just pretty much reassured what you thought about him in the second half. So like
it was to tell the 2 halves again. It was the first half was a masterpiece, and the second half the wheels fell off the bus. Yeah. But we put up enough points, and the defense hung in there long enough to win the game. I'm satisfied about that. Move on to week 5. And we 4-0. Let's go.
Next week, who do you play?
I don't know. Who is it? Is the Giants up?
Denver. I believe it's Denver next week.
Oh, it's Denver.
Is it Denver?
I think. Hold up.
That's a good that's a little test for us. Hopefully Jalen is okay.
Yep, the Broncos at Philly.
Broncos at Philly.
And the Giants, the Vikings. Hey, I mean, we got a tough little schedule. It's nice to start off spanking people from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Building up them wins.
Yeah, it was a real tough overall it was a tough weekend. I mean a tough first 4 weeks. But we beat Dallas, we beat the Rams, we beat Kansas City, and now we beat the Bucs.
That's what I'm saying. The last 3 teams were supposed to be teams that was I think we kind of already knew Dallas really wasn't, but this was going to be their way to come out and they could try to show who they are, this, that, and other. But the other 3 teams was teams that people have had conversations about being a tough team for the Eagles to get by. And the Eagles beat all 3 of them. Lined them up, knocked them down.
That's what's up. All right, so we just want to come on after the game, catch y'all up, just to give you our opinions. Now moving forward, what do you think we're gonna do next week? You think we got this one? Then we can go start.
Next week. Yeah, Jalen might not play next week. If it was concussion, they'd be like, "Oh, this would be the week to rest him."
I would rest him against the Redskins and Giants or something.
Why Denver? Why? What is Denver doing this year? Denver ain't good this year already.
Denver got good defense. What's their record?
You think we gonna lose to Denver here? I don't know. What is their record?
But anyway,
Man, please, they lost to the Colts. They lost to the Chargers. They beat the Titans, and they beat. Oh no, they beat the Titans. Then they lost to the Colts by 1, and then they lost to the Chargers by 3.
okay.
And they play the Bengals, and they play the Bengals tomorrow. So we'll have them coming in on a short week. They playing a
short week,
yeah,
and they traveling.
Yeah.
So they got to travel east, and they coming off a short week. They play tomorrow night. We had an early morning game. All right.
Yep, 1:00 game. Yeah, that. Yeah, I mean that shouldn't be an issue for us next week.
All right. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Sixers, they started training camp. So we'll be coming to you also after the Sixers games starting the end of the month of October anyway. All right, thanks for watching. We out.
Yeah, peace.